So the other one was Congo. And I had read that book a long time ago. I loved the book. It was super, super scary, it seems, when I read it. And I don't remember if I watched the movie. I thought I had because I loved the book so much. So I thought I had watched it. But when I watched it yesterday, I was like, I don't remember this being like this at all. And, but while I was watching it, the thing that really got me, because right now we're going into this, the quantum reset on everything. And, but a lot of this movie is in Africa. And so what I was thinking about was just like the manipulation in Africa alone, what they've done to these people. I mean, they sit there and they keep trying to make this point about, like, I don't know, white people went in and stole these people and took them to other places and sold them as slaves and stuff like that. But really it was their own people who were selling them. And because there has been kind of like a civil war, people who want to just live their lives and are struggling in drought and, a desert to survive with wild animals everywhere. And then you have the Gestapo, the mercenaries, the people who will, chop their heads off, go through. They've had such brutality. They've experienced so much heinous stuff, towards them. And it has been so manipulated. And just the way that they've been restricted, and the starvation, the science experiments, with Gator Boy and stuff like that, what has been allowed to be done to these people it's horrific. But the beautiful thing is that we're going to go into a place now where that won't be. Those people won't have to live like that anymore. And people will be able to live the way they want to live, and they will have the things that they need to survive. And there's just so much control. Like in America, we're whining about what is happening to us. Like, all this stuff is coming to the surface and we're seeing it, but there's been so many other people who have been suffering for centuries, man, with this cabal. It's been around forever. It's not just like a new thing. This isn't just like, Pelosi started it or something. No, this was started a long time ago. She just sold her soul to join so she could have a big fridge full of fancy ice cream. This, whatever, someone's price tag is, who knows? If it's just to cover their pervy husband, I don't know. These people are just weird. They just, they think that they can get through life. Life will find balance. You can't get away with anything. If you got away with it in life, you're sure the hell not going to get away with it later. It's going to catch up with you. It will always catch up with you. That's the part of being a soul. So, yeah, it's nutty. But, I think this is going to be so beautiful for some people, some whole cultures that have just experienced pain and suffering for so long. And now they're going to, get to live regular, without this controlled manipulation of their environment, even, that, I don't know. It's really horrible how they've treated so many people for so long. And, and it's the people who make up the world, Sometimes I feel, I know I've said this before, but I feel like some of us are just watered down versions of what some other people are. And those people, they're, who have remained true to their cultures. Not to say like we shouldn't, I'm not saying that at all. If somebody wants to say, oh, so you're saying, we shouldn't breed outside of our race or whatever. I'm not saying that at all. I'm 100%. Love is love. You know, I hear people saying, you know, gay people are the same as the peds, and that the gay people are the Sodom and Gomorrah and stuff like that. If you're going out and you're just having sex, just to have sex, just to try and fill a need, just to try and feel better for a minute, and you've got to just go out and have sex, and then you're hurting other people by doing this and stuff, that's the part that's not good. Not that if you love somebody and you want to go experience that merge with them, that's your business. It's nobody else's business. You know, and I'm all about, you know, love is love. If whoever you love and however you want to show that love, that's between you and this other adult person. So, yeah, I don't align with that kind of thinking that we all have to be the same. I'm not about that. And I think that, you know, we need to learn to accept each other. And I can't remember what I was talking about before I went off on that. Boy, I'm in a state today, but I am really tired. I can't remember. But anyways, to me, that everybody is going to be able to get on equal ground now. And, oh, okay, I remember. So when the people who have stayed true to like their own cultures and stuff, like in Africa, like you're not going to go out and you know, where the different people live in their villages and stuff and find a bunch of biracial couples. You're just not gonna, you know, because they have stayed pure in their own genetics, their own DNA and stuff. They haven't swapped it around with a lot of different people. So to me, we're more watered down. We've all been like, we're the mutts. These people are the what is Stella? Purebred. These are the purebred DNA to me. That's how I look at it. And all of us who have been all these different ones, that we're more of the mutts. And, you know, I'm some of these people have suffered the most. I mean, when you go to the reservations, what they did to the people here, all the people who were, the way I see it is, you know, when the missionaries came in and took over people's lives, those people were living the right way. They were living with nature. They were living in communication with the spiritual world and stuff. And they didn't want that. They didn't want a society built on that connection and stuff. So they just started, you know, defeating them and telling them, hey, you got to mix with everybody else. You can't have this. We're not going to let you do this. You got to quit speaking your own language. We don't know what you're talking about, but you better stop. We've got some language over here and we're going to teach you. And that's what they have done from way back in the beginning. And, you know, the people who were the ones who were forced out of their tribes and villages and stuff have been, you know, treated the worst. Just treated horribly. It's shameful. And it's really exciting because everyone's going to break free from this, you know. Some of us have been more repressed than others. Some people have suffered more than others. And we're all going to go to a place of equality, equalness. You know, we're all going to be on the same playing field. It's not anymore going to be just, you know, hills and valleys for human beings. We're all going to be more equal. And so it's going to be so much better. And it's going to, it's just really, it's a beautiful thing to see people get to have this new experience, especially like on the reservations and stuff. There's just so much pain and suffering and alcoholism and stuff, because that is, you know, something I heard a long time ago, that alcoholics are some of the most sensitive spiritual people because they can't handle it. They can't handle what's going on around them. So they have to go and drink to try and quiet it all out. I don't know. We all are having, we all perceive life in different ways, and it's hard to say. I'm sure there's, it's not just all alcoholics are, but I'm sure there is a lot of alcoholics who are very spiritual, especially on the reservations. They've been taught to be more connected to their ancestors and stuff, and to respect their ancestors. We've been taught to be scared. They might come back and open and close your drawer a few times, be scared. And it's just like, the Day of the Dead. They go down to the cemetery and have a picnic with their dead relatives, out of respect. They know that they're still around us. And, the same with a lot of Asian cultures and stuff, that they have a different way of dealing with people who've passed on. Over here, it's like, oh my God, they're gone forever. And anything that happens is scary. And yeah, there's just a lot of learning that needs to go on. And, it starts with you. It all starts with our own self and being able to just connect. And when you can connect to yourself, you'll find peace. You'll know that there's nothing to fear. But you gotta go in and search for this connection in yourself. And you may have to go through a lot of walls to get there. Like healing is like the layers of an onion. There's just, you take off one and there's something underneath. You take off another, there's something underneath. And that is what it's like. But once you get to a certain place, you will find a place of peace and connection. And, it's not a place of fear. It's a place of fulfillment and joy. It's a place of feeling connected. I know I say these same things all the time, but now at this point, it's like I think I kind of have to. It's funny because a long time ago when I started watching the YouTube videos and I very first began, I was really confused about what was going on. I was like, I was waking up and there was all these different things happening inside my mind, inside, just my reality. And so I was going on and watching YouTube videos all the time. And and then I would watch somebody and hear what they were saying. And I would be like, oh, okay. And so then something else would come, and something else, and something else. And I did never stay. Like, I think there's some people who have stayed, really focused on these certain people and have, had them become their coaches and stuff. Like, there's other people where they've built these communities. But I just kept going from thing to thing to thing. Like I was on this mission. I've got to learn all this stuff. And in my head, I would be hearing, I felt bad because these people who had taken this role as teacher were suddenly kind of stuck having to keep saying the same thing. I said, and I was thinking like, where's their, I'm having this opportunity to go and learn all these different things, but they're just keep teaching the same thing. And, but I knew in my heart that I had to, keep going. I knew in my heart somewhere I might get stuck somewhere where I was going to be teaching the same thing. So I think that that's where I'm at now. And it was crazy because once I knew it was time for me, it was like I could not stop myself. I mean, it was like once you are pushed by your guides and stuff, you'll feel it. You can't, like, they'll make it where you can't sleep. I told you, like, they turn my lights on, I wake up, they push you in the direction that you need to go. And, but now I am in that same kind of thing, like where I feel like I'm just saying like the same thing over and over and over. But it's an important message, and I hopefully I approach it in a few different ways coming at it so that kind of, can, it's kind of like I'm using a whole bunch of different lures, hopefully. I don't know, to help people understand. I try and say it in different ways, but it is, it's super, super important, especially right now, to just really focus on yourself. All this stuff is going to be happening around you. It's going to be happening naturally. We're in this totally natural transition. This is, is always meant to happen this way. Nothing has happened by accident. You won't die before your time. You'll die when your mission is complete. You will, this experience is happening right now is for you. So this is for you to get to focus on you and your growth and be a part of building the new earth. So anyways, I feel like it's super important, and so I'm just going to keep on putting the message out there. So if you listen to me all the time and I just say the same thing over and over, I guess I have an awareness of that at this point. Before, I was thinking, I couldn't even remember what I had said. Like, I can't remember what I've said along the way. But sometimes I'll start talking about something. I'll be like, I know I've talked about this. And I get those little flashes, but they're just like, little tidbits of conversation. So I know I've said little bits of things, for all I know, I'm saying the exact same thing every day. And, but it's what the universe wants you to hear. So if you're coming to me to hear something, this is the message that they want you to hear. And I'm just the, what is that called? I'm just the person who's speaking the words. I'm just hearing them, speaking the words that they tell me to tell. So, okay, have a great day and just work on you and try not to stress about everything that's happening around you. It is, we have personal issues that are going on, everybody, and those are there for you to heal. And, if they're just keep coming up over and over and over and over, it's because you're not paying attention. You need to really focus on it, or you're not approaching it the right way. If you keep having the same thing keeps happening, then approach it differently, look at it differently. Get some other perspective, because it's only happening so you'll see something, so you'll understand something, so you'll heal something. So, if it just keeps going and you don't understand, then you just got to keep changing how you're approaching it. And, during this transition of, into the golden age and stuff, which this week is supposed to be very pivotal in our, the next few weeks are going to be massive, heading us into this golden age. And it's super exciting, but it's also going to be, traumatic for some people who don't have a clue what's going on. And it's traumatic for people, like yesterday when I was talking to my mom, and she is so concerned about her sister. Like, the stuff her sister is saying is just like, how can she be thinking this? How can she think this is all real? This is so crazy when the information is all around us. But, just like with the dogs, they're only seeing what's right in front of them. And when you have controllers who know how to manipulate what's right in front of you and keep you focused on what's right in front of you, that's why they've messed with these people's minds. And it's going to be hard when these people snap out of it and they see how tricked they've been. And, my mom's so concerned, like, it's not going to, they're never going to wake up. This is just it. And it's like, no, there's about to be the big light switch is about to go on. And so I say prepare, because it's going to be intense. And you're going to definitely have people around you who are having a hard time. So I know in my family there is, like I said before, when Jimmy Kimmel has 900,000 followers, and five of them, at least 5 of them are in my family. I mean, do the math. So yeah, I've got some people in my family, like, I don't even know, because they've stopped talking to me. I don't have family support or something. I don't have anybody, my family going in and subscribing or watching my videos or promoting me or anything like that. Hell no. Oh no. If there's probably some people who have no idea and would be so humiliated and embarrassed. Like, oh my God, she's put her crazy right out there for everyone to see. Oh my God, it's going to come back on us. Everyone's going to know she's crazy. And then probably some of them are like, haha, everyone's going to know she's crazy. Now we'll prove she's crazy. It's like, no, I don't have support for this kind of thing. I'm doing it because I have, I feel like this is what my whole life led to, was this right now. And I've had plenty of confirmation. And so I know I'm on the right path. I know I'm going the right direction. No matter what happens, I know that I'm on the right path. And so, we'll see how it plays out. And I don't know, what's gonna happen with my family. And it's sad because, there's people who haven't talked to me. And I don't know, when this thing happens, that they want to, have all these people drop dead right in front of us. I don't know how many of them will be in my family. I might lose a lot of my family over the next few weeks. And I haven't talked to them. And that's what's sad. The ones that will talk to me, I try and really just stay focused on, making sure, it's hard, man. Making sure that the people know how you feel about them. Right now, I think it's important because we are headed to a place. Remember, Trump said the ending's not going to be for everybody. Did he? I'm positive he said that. I'm positive I heard him say that. But I know that has been said over and over by several different entities. So, yeah, that is, that's the thing. It's not going to be for everybody. And we are going to have some loss. And so stay. You've got to remember, any of us can leave this planet at any time. And it's that loss of possibilities when someone leaves that will devastate us. So don't leave things as like, maybe I'll do this sometime. Maybe I'll do that sometime. Do it right now. Call them. Text your mom and tell her how much you love her and you appreciated, she made your peanut butter and jelly sandwich when you were a kid, whatever. There's no time to wait anymore. Like, we're going through a huge shift and there will be loss. So anyways, we can hope that everybody will make it to the med beds. I'm hoping that they do. I know I'm going to be in line. There's no doubt about that. I've got a lot of things in me I need to heal. So, yeah, we can all keep hoping for the best, but be present and be vulnerable and be honest in your relationships right now, because you don't want to have to go through that on top of everything else that's going to go on, this loss. So there's going to be a lot of loss, but just as much as you can, reach out to the people that you can and let them know how you feel about them. And work on the relationships and heal the relationships that have got pain and associated with them, because you're not going to get another opportunity possibly. When my dad was dying, and I've talked about my dad and the situation. He was alcoholic, pedophile, my whole life, who associated with other alcoholics and pedophiles my whole life. And I've been sexually assaulted a lot of times. And when my dad was dying, when I was young, when I first broke free from him, I sent him a letter, said, hey, I'm having nothing to do with you. You were supposed to be the person who protected me. You didn't protect me. You didn't protect me. I needed a protector from you, you know, one of those letters. And I stopped talking to him for a long time. And I would hear from my family, oh, he quit drinking and blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, I doubt it. And eventually I ended up talking to him again. I think it was one of the times when he was dying in the hospital. It was several times. He got to be the point where he was living in crack houses. And I mean, goes from being a business owner, employing, I don't know, I think he had 350 employees in the shop. You know, he was fire sprinklers. And so he had a really good business, but it goes from, you know, this is what alcohol, perversion and stuff does to you, people, is not dealing with your problems will put you in the gutter. His just deteriorated, and, you know, he ended up living in crack houses and was beaten and all sorts of stuff. And so one of the points I ended up talking to him, and then I would talk to him every once in a while. He did start drinking again, even though he had no liver. It was like, I can still drink. And he thought he was really funny and cute, you know, because he would fill up Pepsi bottles, pour out some of the Pepsi and just fill it with, I think vodka is his deal. It was whiskey. I mean, anything that gasoline could have been. So then he ended up dying of liver failure. He had liver failure forever, but his liver was so bad it got cancer too. So he had so many, I mean, he destroyed his body, you know, and he had a definite hate for himself as far as I'm concerned, because you don't go to those extremes unless you really don't like yourself. You're just trying to quiet your mind. You don't want to hear from it. You're sickened by your own sickness. And, you know, when he was dying, I went and saw him, you know, and I'm positive I did tell him I forgive him. I'm positive I told him. And when the median talked to him, you know, that was a big thing to him about the forgiveness. He said, there's so many people who haven't forgiven me. Well, you didn't ask. Did you go around? Did you take your redemption? Did you go around and ask these people and say how sorry you were? That's what you need to do. And, you know, he didn't do it. He was stuck in wherever, purgatory, you know, because he hadn't resolved those things. But it's super important. And right after my dad died, I met another girl I knew, and her dad was dying, and he was a biker. He was a drug addict her whole life, and, you know, like lots of bad stuff. And she ended up deciding that she was not going to go see him. At the end, I said I would go, because anything that you have to say or whatever, you're not going to be able to do it again. That's it. You don't get another chance. They're gone. I mean, you can take the chance, you know, and talk to them while they're dead. Yeah, they're still there. They're not gone, but you don't get the same satisfaction. You still always have that thing of like, you know, do they really know? You know, so anyways, my whole point is, just any of the relationships, no matter if you feel like you're the bad guy and you can't, like, I could do this right now, and I've thrown some bones, several, and I have not gotten, you know, nothing thrown back. So there's only so much, you know, we can do. But, you know, for your own sanity, for your own sake of well-being, at least make some attempts to heal some relationships, especially before some people are gone. So anyways, that's my thing for the day. Well, I mean, I may talk later. I've got a lot of stuff that I got to go do, but have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.